We're live. We're live. Cool. Get Rive opened. Okay. Let's let Discord know. What's up, Hermes? You made it. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. First. Yeah, you are. I'm live. Cool. Yeah. How you been? It's been getting crazy. Crazy busy, right? So we're gonna go ahead and crush it today. Yesterday we left it at onboarding animations, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep doing that today. Woo! Hello, welcome, welcome. Filing in. They're filing in. Okay, cool. So yesterday we left off where Joey dove in like that. I need to make some splash animations. I need to kind of I realized that I needed to watch a YouTube video about the bones, because I got to figure out the water, like the splash. You know, when Joey dives in here, when you have Joey splash. I might just do that later. I know it's like really important, but for now, I think I'm just gonna move on and do that like really detailed stuff after. So let's do the next step, right? Because so basically what we're doing is, so after you get your monthly budget and do a weekly budget, we're gonna I love the idea of a growing animation. Well, so yeah, kind of like hatches, right? That'd be kind of cool. Well, but jeez, actually, it would be cool to like explain that the growth stages here too. Damn, yeah, you're right, Hermes. Maybe it should start as a tadpole. So my thinking was that it would just be a full adult Joey, and this would be like the same Joey that's in there, and it jumps in the bubble, the bowl, and then the water goes down. But maybe what we say before this water goes down is, well, actually no, maybe we do it after it goes down. So then it's like, yeah. So as you spend your budget, so as you spend your budget, the water goes away. Hey, how's it going, Yaniv? Yanni Vinov or Yanivnov, maybe? Can't wait to get my hands on the app. I know, honestly, me neither. Like, it's so like, yeah, we're really bringing Joey to life with all these animations, and I can't wait to just like sit there and watch the animations going. You know what I mean? So, all right, have a good night. The Harry Lodge is going to bed. I'm pretty good, had a busy morning, but we actually came up with this really cool idea this morning that I think we're going to make NFTs and gift them to all of the people who came up with different ideas for this app. Like, like the name of the app is called Purple, or it's called Save Joey, right? But Purple Ninja was the one who named it that, let's see, Izzy, what was it? Izzy something. She, they suggested that we do the Izzy Gordon, that was it. Izzy Gordon suggested that we name the goldfish Joey, which ended up going to the kangaroo and all that. So yeah. So yeah, I mean Hermes, you're definitely gonna get one. Don't worry, because you've been in here modding. We actually did not make a car. You're talking about for this structure here. That's a cool idea. Maybe yeah. Let me finish this thought, and I'm gonna go make a car for that. So Izzy Gordon equals Joey. Yep. Okay. When you save, I will grow until I will grow every day, and if you don't overspend, you save me. Cool. I think that's good. And if you don't overspend, you save me. And then during that, we're gonna have it like go from like tadpole to all that and like build up. R33 Skyline. Okay. All right. Fine. R33 Skyline. Let's see if there's an icon for that. No. Skyline car. Is this it? Let's see. R33 Skyline. Yeah, that looks like it's it, right? Yeah. Cool. Here we go. So, as I was just talking about that, Shawno, close enough. Shawno, you're gonna get if we do this idea, you'll get a Skyline NFT Joey, So, I think I really need like a side profile of it if I want to get it perfect. I guess I could do this. Side view. I'll just chase this one out, I'm gonna have to chase it anyways. I will do everything to get this car. What you'll have to do is you're gonna have to sacrifice your Joeys. So, Nice. Okay, we're even. It's like a 35, but still Skyline. Oh, okay. I'm not too much of a car guy myself. But is this one good? Are we good with this one? What's an NFT? Yeah, so I'm gonna go on a tangent as I start filling this out here. So basically, an NFT it's called a non-fungible token, and so the idea is that right now artists are primarily using it, and so the way they're using it is you can set up this thing like in cryptocurrency basically, and there's like a ledger of you, so it originated from the artist, and now the artist is selling it, and so it's all digital art basically is what most of the use cases are right now, and so the best part about it is that artists get like a percentage royalty every time that it's sold. And so the idea, it kind of sounds all like BS, right? Like it's digital art, but should any art be worth anything? Is kind of the argument. It's like, at the end of the day, it's only any art only has value because other humans say that it has value, and so there's some arguments right now that it's like bad for the environment, and it might just be, but there's a lot of like basically the argument is that the work around like maintaining and updating the ledger is bad for the environment. It kind of is, but it's really not as bad as people have made it out to be, and also it's all built on Ethereum, which is like basically like Bitcoin, but it's like an altcoin if you're not familiar with any cryptocurrency stuff. But yeah, and so here we go. Sorry. So yeah, so the reason why I think it's cool is because there's going to be a lot of use cases for businesses, and like this, right? Like I'm not even trying to make money on this, but if people in my community were able to contribute, and then because they came up with this idea of a car in Joey's fishbowl, we're able, like we rise, that you rise is kind of the idea, and so yeah, I don't know. It's a funky idea. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I was on a tangent on Ethereum, but basically, yeah, Ethereum has like a new layer and like a new system on how they are processing these all of the Ethereum blockchain, and it's about to get way more efficient, and because of that, will be a lot better for the environment. And so, in the near future, there won't be really any arguments around around it. So where's Joey? So right now what I'm doing is I'm chasing out a car for Joey's fishbowl, because basically you'll be able to upgrade this structure here and turn it into anything you want. The way you do that is you have to sacrifice your Joey. So yes, right now I'm tracing out Skyline R33. Or R33 Skyline, is that it? I don't know. It's not really looking right though. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that I need to like. Yeah, that's it. I need to add the windows. Like, I need to pop them out of the windows. Did you say R35? No. I think it was R33, right? No. Am I chasing the wrong car right now? Damn it. Where's Joey at? Everybody's filing in, talking about where's Joey. So right now what I'm doing is I'm tracing out a car, because this is going to go in Joey's bowl. This is going to be an upgradable option for Joey's bowl. So stay with me. All right. Stay with me. Stay. I'm spending way too much time on this though. But you know what? It's worth it, because it's going to look super dope. Kind of like how these are. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way. Go. Yeah, nice little warm up here that we're doing, It's gonna all come together, okay, guys? It's yeah, we're gonna get to some animating. What the plan is today, or what it is now, is that we're gonna animate the stages of Joey, going from one to the next. So we'll be able to see what, turning into a tadpole, or turning from a tadpole to an adult is going to look like. So, yeah, there you go. So it's kind of looking pretty good. Yeah, we're feeling okay about this. So, This is still Joey. Don't worry. We're not working on another app. On another damn app. This is the thing for Joey's bowl. So Skyline R33. Honestly, we should make a like a city skyline for the Joey Bowl, right? Thoughts, everyone? I feel like that's kind of like a no-brainer. We should have been thought about that. Here we go. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what it looks like. Haha. It's way too big. It's way too big. It's kind of like, should be bigger than, well, but then now it's like it's smaller than the Joey is, which is kind of awkward, right? It just kind of feels like that's the right size for it. Thoughts? I'm gonna leave it at that. I spent too much time on it. Went too wild. Forgot about the obvious. An Australian city, maybe Melbourne or Sydney. Okay. Let's do. I feel like Sydney's like the obvious choice because of the Opera House, right? So Skyline. Jeez, I'm gonna spend so much time tracing this, aren't I? We're gonna go really, really broad on it, okay? Then everybody's gonna start asking for their city, you know? Oh, you're from Australia. Cool. I live in Florida in the U.S., so it's still my morning. I guess it's your, no, it's like midnight over there, right? For you guys, is it? So we're gonna do really low fidelity here, everybody. Okay. Which is actually perfect because this is really low fidelity zoom here. Should probably do Tampa skyline, am I right? Tampa really doesn't have much of a skyline. It's definitely not this nice. It's a little, yeah, it's a lot smaller than this. Here we go, everybody. What is that? Is that like a crane? Is that a crane? Yeah. A Disney castle. So Disney is about 2 hours from where I live. As you can imagine, I've been a lot. Actually, you know, it's funny. As a kid, I didn't go much, but my wife likes Disney a lot. Probably gone more with her than I have when I was a kid. Sound like a depressed kid right now. I had a good childhood. My parents just didn't like amusement parks. That's all. And as a parent now, I can completely understand why my parents didn't like it. Where's Joey? Don't worry. We're currently working on Joey right now. Basically, what I'm tracing out right now is the Australian city skyline, because somebody asked for it to be a part of the Joey Bowl. So, yeah. So that's what we're doing. Opera House. Here we go. I'm getting a little lazier. I don't know if you can tell. I always get lazy at the end of drawing this much. All right. Let's pack it in. Let's see what it looks like. Floating city. This is like so big, right? Damn, man, this is like so big. Ah! What happened? What's happening? Currently, we're working on so these little areas inside of Joey's bowl. You'll be able to upgrade these structures. So it could be like a palm tree, it could be a jacuzzi, it could be a fish bowl inside of a fish bowl. But right now, we're working on the Australian landscape or Australian skyline or Sydney skyline. Sorry. But like I'm realizing that it's just so hard. It's gonna be so hard to fit all this stuff. So I think we're gonna have to cut the Opera House, and just like go with a generic skyline. But no, everybody in this live will know that it's actually Australia's Sydney's skyline. So, but nobody else will know. Everybody will just be like, oh, that's a skyline. Cool. Basically, I just want it to be as big as we can get it, so that it gets as fidelity as we can. Yep. Cool. Hello! If you kept Opera House and just the skyline. Yeah. That would actually make a lot more sense, right? Jesus. Yeah, because that's like more iconic than all of that looks, right? Yeah, duh. Also, yeah, we should probably do more like landmarks, like this, I'm not trying to talk crap about the Opera House or anything, but like, what about it is so like iconic? Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why do I know about it? Kind of, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, everybody probably knows, like, Statue of Liberty and stuff like that. But, yeah, like, what about the Opera House is so, like, special? Dude, I sound like I'm talking shit. I'm really not trying to talk shit. Geez, I gotta go more fidelity with it. I'm spending too much time on this. I'm gonna circle back to this. Just know that this is not a plant. It's an Opera House. Yeah, Statue of Liberty, Eiffel Tower. Eiffel Tower is a big one, yeah. No, I know that it's a landmark of Sydney, but, like, why is it a landmark of Sydney? Like, is it that, like, the architecture of it is incredible or something? I mean, like, obviously it's beautiful, right? I'm not. I'm going into a hole. I'm probably pissing off everybody from Sydney or in general Australia. It does look like a succulent, right? Yeah, we need to go more. All right, I'm not gonna let this go. I keep trying to move on. I'm being lazy. Let's do this for real, everybody. Okay, I'm gonna like actually really go nice with this. Okay, we're gonna do like, yeah. Let me get a better friggin' photo of this. How about, right? Sydney Opera House. I'm Australian. I don't see the appeal of the opera. Yeah, okay. There you go. The app is kind of ending up Australian theme, but there's really no reason for that. So what happened was, we were initially going to have Joey be a fish inside of a bowl. It was going to be like a goldfish, and then it was Izzy Gordon. They said that they would like their fish to be named Joey. So then I was like, okay, let me go let me go find an icon that represents a Joey fish, and then so I searched Joey, and then it was a kangaroo, obviously, because that's like a baby kangaroo, and so that's where it turned from your traditional. This is a solid app, like great. There's a little bit of funniness around it being a fishbowl to like, what the hell? It's a kangaroo inside of a fishbowl. And it's amazing. So so there's really no reason that it is actually Australian themed. It just kind of like happened. So yeah, happy accident, right? And then so now somebody asked for the Sydney skyline, and then I tried the Sydney skyline, but there wasn't really like you didn't recognize it as Sydney without the Opera House kind of thing. So then I'm like, okay, well, let's just do the Opera House. So that's where we're at right now. Joey also owns an R33 Skyline. Yep, absolutely they do. I think the Joey decoration that I'm going to use in my bowl is the desert landscape. I live in Florida. It's a desert. It is not a desert. It's swamp basically everywhere, but the swamp or beaches. But I just think the desert one looks so cool, and when we have the Joeys like circling around it in 3D space, it's gonna look so good. So right now, what we're doing is we're working on Save Joey. We're giving Joey the Sydney Opera House as a landmark option. So you might have seen the videos so far where we have a castle in Joey's fishbowl. You'll be able to upgrade the castle to the Sydney Opera House if you so choose. And the way that you upgrade, if you're not aware, is you have to sacrifice your Joeys. So basically, you send them to become a holy Joey. And they will forever live in infamy in your Joey decks, and the Joey decks is where you'll be able to see all of your Joeys, so like in a list form. So yeah, that's where we're at. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This is probably gonna like lead into needing to do all of as many national landmarks as we can. So I'll probably do a video on this of we just did the Opera House. What should we do next? Obviously, I don't know, what do you call it? Statue of Liberty is probably a big one that people would want. Yeah, I think. Sorry for my dog barking a little bit there. She's just a puppy. Ooh-wee. Here we go. Hi. Will there be different Joeys with different coloring and markings? So, let me explain this whole thing. So, as you spend your weekly budget, you will be able to get if you don't overspend, there'll be a new Joey dropped in your bowl. And so when you drop, they come in as a tadpole. And so as long as for the whole week you don't overspend, that Joey will slowly, day by day, grow until they become a full-grown adult. And it's only when they become an adult is when they start sporting their personality through a randomized accessory. You don't get to choose this accessory because it's their personality, even if it's Harry Styles Mask Joey. That's what that Joey wanted to be. And so as you save, you'll be able to collect Joeys over time. You get a new one every week. And if you overspend, the most recently born one goes to the graveyard, and they'll be chained to their tombstone. So like we were just working on the Sydney skyline. This is a pool. This is one option. It could be the Joey Wood sign if you wanted, or it could be a desert landscape. And so you can upgrade this structure only through sacrificing a certain amount of Joeys. You don't like each accessory or each upgrade has a different value to it, and the whole idea is that it's not actually in-game currency, but it kind of is, because so you save money, you save enough Joeys to the point where you're comfortable shedding a few, and then you'll be able to see your Joeys moving around. And so so I've spent so much time on the Sydney skyline. I'm gonna go back to it, but I want to get into the animations because we've got a lot of work to do on the animation. So right now, where we're at on the animations, Jesus, app is frozen. What's happening? Yes, you do get to choose which Joey to sell. So yeah, exactly. So maybe you just hate your Harry Styles Joey, right? And you're just I don't want that. Why would I want that? And and then so you're okay, that's the one that I'm gonna sacrifice. But and then slowly you can just collect Joeys at the ones that you want. You get to collect those, okay? And so, man, my computer is really running slow right now. I'm gonna close everything that I can. Discord going away. Terminal, yeah. Terminate it. Okay. Hopefully that'll free up some space on my RAM a little bit. It's frozen. Okay, cool. Here we go. So these are all of the Joeys that we have. So we have bow tie Joey, top hat, ski hat, pride bandana hat, bowler. These are, yeah, we've got a lot. This one's my favorite, by the way. Devil in Disguise Joey. Mullet Joey's a good one too. Unicorn. Job Executioner. That one's a good one. It's a contender. Yeah, that's me. That's Nolan Mask Joey. Yeah. Any plans on making it a different animal other than Joey? Not yet, but I like that idea. I think it's worth exploring that. The biggest thing is animating these, which I've been wanting to show you all, but it's, my computer's shit in the bed. Here you go. Okay. But yes, did I make the app? Yes. So my team does. So basically, this is my company's channel here that we're all watching and interacting with right now. I have an agency that is called Rad Collab, and so we do this for clients, and so that's how this all started. As we came on, trying to sell our services and show how good we are. It ended up growing into another app which we've already launched. It's called Task Tree, and we built that whole app with the community comments. But this one is taking it to another level because we're sitting here. I didn't do any design work outside of these lives, so we are doing development outside of the lives just because it's a lot harder to be entertaining while developing, because you kind of just have to zone out and be really in it, you know what I mean? But yeah, so it's really cool how this animation software works, and it's also the reason why it's going to be a little bit slow to make different versions of Joey or different different species, I guess, of Joey. Is for every one of so all of these Joeys. Let me explain. Here you go. So all of these Joeys are going to be swimming in the same fishbowl, right? Like we're going to have up to 5 Joeys can fit in one bowl. You can have multiple bowls too over there. You see. And so yes, it will actually be out. We're planning for mid-July is the launch. But so this is the grid of the fishbowl that you were just looking at. And so this is how far each Joey can move. At any given point, they can move to any of these yellow dots. And so let's just move them up there. So the Joey's going to be able to slide up there, and then it's going to jump once those animations are done. And so when there's 2 Joeys really close together, these are the red points that they won't be able to move into because they'll run into each other, you see. So it could go this way. This Joey could go down, and then slowly they'd be able to turn around. But it's all going to be randomized. So each Joey is going to have a certain percentage of time that they'll just be sitting there, a certain percentage of time that they'll move, and so it's all going to be randomized. And so every second, one or all of your Joeys could be moving at once, and one or all of your Joeys could be moving to just this point, or they could be moving all the way to the corner. And so. Yeah, it's gonna make it really feel alive, I really think that this, that's gonna be the biggest part is making it so that all of these Joeys feel natural and like that is a fish that you're kind of just coming to look at for a little while, I think that's the only way that we're gonna get people to actually change their habits is you believe or not believe, but you're just you think of this Joey thing as a real animal that you're trying to protect, so yeah, that's the plan anyway. But yeah, I'm thinking of expanding the grid to be a 3 wide grid too, but I don't know. What is this? Yeah, I've been working a lot on these animations the past few weeks, and it's actually kind of cool because I didn't even know this program, but over about a week and a half ago, I've never used it before, but I have done a lot of animation stuff. But yeah, exactly, it's a Tamagotchi that shames you, and it's all around budgeting, so it's perfect. But you can see it's getting really choppy, these animations, because all of the accessories are rigged up to it, so we can kind of turn on and off accessories as we go. This is the flipping animation, but yeah. So what we're working on right now, where are we at? Here it is. We're working on the onboarding animation, and so this is the onboarding. Where is it? Jeez, here you go. So yeah, when you it should be available late July, mid to late July is the plan. So basically you can link up your bank account. When you do that, it'll scan the last few months of purchases and income, and then it's going to walk you through how this whole thing works. So it's going to say, I'm your first Joey. There I am. I'm Adolfo. As you spend your weekly budget, the water in my bowl goes away. And then I'm going to add a section where it says, I'll grow every day. If you don't overspend, you save me. So, so this is the animation that I have for that one. Here you go. Woo! So we need to make the splash, which honestly, it's going to be a nightmare to do, but we need to do it. Besides that, it looks really smooth so far, I think. I'm going to make the splash offline just because it's going to be really detailed and annoying to watch. The other thing that I'm thinking of doing, HF just suggested it, is that we kind of we do it in a little bit of a different way. Instead of the Joey dropping in, maybe we we can kind of kill 2 birds with one stone, where we have the Joey coming in as a baby, because basically all Joeys start as different stages, but when they are born, they come in as a tadpole. Tadpole Joey is what I've been calling it. But yeah, basically this is what it looks like. And so I'm thinking that we'll have the Joey kind of like being a tadpole flying around, and then it'll show the progressing stages until it gets to adulthood. Kind of is my thinking. So that's the animation that I want to work on right now. So let's dig in. Let's dig into it. Okay. So I'm gonna first duplicate this artboard just because it's a little bit different of a process. Here we go. Okay. So I also need to import the Tadpole Joey. Tadpole Joey could be called a toey. Yeah, it kind of does look like a toe too, right? That's a funny idea. Yeah, maybe we just do that, right? Toey. Yeah. I'm going to be a millionaire. I don't know. So, it's funny. I'm not really doing this to be, I feel like a lot of like the world of startups and app development and all of that is really all centered around like making a bunch of money as fast as you can and selling out, and not that that's a bad thing, right? Like everybody has different goals, and if you can do that successfully, that's super cool. For me, I'm just kind of like the way that I'm looking at all of this is like I'm having so much fun doing this. If I can just make a living out of it, it will be such a huge like accomplishment for myself and just like in general, like we will really be able to like do this in a different way than other companies who are only focused on making a bunch of money really quickly. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it all works. So we have another app called Task Tree that is that's already done, and we're having a lot of people using it, a lot of people supporting us on it, and honestly, just it's been super cool to have that. And so I think like this one is a little bit different for two reasons. The main reason is it's going to be a little bit more expensive to run. So Task Tree, it's this app that like the server costs are really cheap actually, because it's just like an app for our server costs are only around text data, which you might not really like. Probably nobody really understands how servers work or the costs around them go, but the biggest cost around servers is in streaming pictures and images and stuff. And so Task Tree is all text-based, and so it makes it so that it's really cheap to run it. Now this one, it's another one that is not like social media. It requires that like expense, right? This one is not a social app again, and so the streaming cost won't be that bad. However, the connection to the banks is going to be a bit expensive for this app. Like we finally got the pricing for it, and like it's not horrible, but like we're really trying to see just how much we can stomach, financially, around this app, because basically it's going to cost us about 50 cents per user who connects their bank account, and so when they like, which doesn't sound like that much, and honestly it won't be if we get the same percentage of people who pay us on Task Tree to pay us on this app, like it'll all work out. So I don't know. I'm hopeful that happens, and it's just like, so how like the other problem is we have to front load that cost. So that first month we're going to be like super poor financially if we don't charge. Yeah, I mean, I guess either way, because we're going to be getting charged by the connections to the banks, but we won't get paid by Apple or Google for a month, you know. So yeah, I mean, you know, none of this is your problem, right, as the user. So we're just gonna try to find the best ways to make it so that, like, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, this is a financial app, right? Like, we shouldn't be charging you an insane amount to be able to budget yourself really well. So yeah, all that said, I don't know. So we're figuring it out. Like, there's a chance that we do it where it is free. If you can't pay, it'll be free. But we'll just, like, kind of bring it up pretty often for you, like a little bit more aggressively than we do on Task-Tree. So the app name is going to be called Save Joey. So somebody came up with it in the live, like I think it was like the second live that we did. So yeah, you legit just found this and it's amazing. I also have ADHD and struggle with overspending. Yeah, you know, like that's what's cool is, like, this whole thing started from, like, because we kind of, like, built a community around ADHD apps. Wasn't planned, but that's kind of how we, like, Task-Tree is, like, kind of like, it didn't start that way, but it grew into an ADHD to-do list app. And there's a lot of and it's because a lot of people from TikTok comments were had ADHD and were saying, hey, we should add this feature or that. And so yeah, it kind of grew into where, like, a lot of people in our community have ADHD, and so that's where this app started from, was an ADHD budgeting app. And so I think that it's going to be really useful for people with ADHD. But you know, something that I learned with Task-Tree is even if it is primarily for people with ADHD, like all of those features are all around, like, focusing. You know what I mean? Like, all of the features that specifically address ADHD is around focus. And so like, because of that, it's an app for anybody who needs help focusing. So and so this one is the focus is on being able to save this Joey by not overspending and being able to, like, you know, fix your focus on that. So yeah, somebody said that they want to see Joey, and this is Joey. This is baby Joey. So Joey's born as a tadpole, and they grow day by day until they are full-grown adult Joey. And so yeah. What are we using to build this? We're building in Flutter for our front end, and we're going to be doing AWS Amplify for our back end. We used for Task-Tree, we used Flutter and Firebase, and not that we're having trouble with Firebase. It's just that AWS has a little bit of nicer features around, like syncing really a lot easier on the data. So that's what we're flipping. So yeah. Hey, I know you're busy, so when you can answer at my email back. Ryan Lovely, let me check the email. Honestly, I've gotten pretty bad at following my emails, but my brother Tyler, he is my co-founder in all this. He's usually the one who follows up on emails, so I'll make sure to check with him on what's happening with you. So. Drinking water, taking meds, reminder. So you can definitely do that in Task-Tree. So Task-Tree is our ADHD to-do list app. And yeah, the way that it would work is you can set up daily tasks, and they'll send you a notification day by day kind of thing. So yeah, so definitely. Oh, and also as far as, like, more regular reminders, there's, like, a water tracker. Currently, the water tracker doesn't actually send you a notification, but we've been getting some requests about that, so I think that we're going to actually add that in soon. So so stay tuned on that. But yeah, there you go. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, got the hand built. I see. Nice. All right, we've got Tadpole Joey. This is arm, tail, body, bitty. By the way, if you want to see a higher quality version of this stream, you can check that out on. I'm currently streaming on YouTube, so you can check us out on by going to bit.ly/rad-tt or rad-yt, I think. So yeah, there you go. Did it. Shameless plug. Freeze is active. Nice, everybody. Okay. When will be released? We're shooting for mid-July on this one. So, all this happened in the last, 2 or 3 weeks. I guess it's 3 weeks now. It all happened from our Discord. Somebody in our Discord said that we should make an ADHD budgeting app. And they had this, whole write-up of all of the features. It was super dope. And I was about to hop on a live. So I was like, yo, let's talk about this on live. And then that live got super weird in a good way, So the rest is history, as they say. Who says that? I don't know. All right. I know it's a little boring watching me rig up everything, but it's worth it. Have a holiday coming up, so I'm trying to save for that. Okay, yeah, so we are talking about potentially adding saving stuff into this. Right now for the beta, it's definitely not going to happen. But there was talks of adding a whole fishbowl dedicated to saving, and so as you save money, the water in the bowl will rise, and then that would become some kind of monument to that saving goal that you actually hit. So yeah, well, it's going to happen. It just probably not for a little bit, I guess. But so stay tuned on that. So yeah. All right. By the way, your ADHD apps are changing my life. Task Tree is amazing. I can't wait for Save Joey. Yeah, that's so cool to hear. Yeah, that's. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate you using it, and I'm glad that it's helping you. I think this one of those things that it's crazy that I'm able to be in this position to be able to help make an impact for people, and it's so cool. It's really cool. Okay, so we've got a tadpole. Yes. So what we're gonna do is we have to make a transformation from tadpole to full-grown adult Joey, and so make some kind of bonus for Joey if you're saving money well. Yeah. Well. So the idea is, and so that's kind of going to be part of this animation that I'm working on right now. But the idea is that if you save money, then your Joey, you get a new Joey. If you don't save money, then your most recently born Joey dies. So it is pretty built in with it's a solid bonus. It's just I think that. Yeah, it's a little wild of a bonus, but it's kind of a thing. So, okay, first of all, should we have Joey come out of an egg? Because we can do that animation, or we can just kind of have Joey drop in the bowl. That's what we had done for the first animation. It was like this. This was the first animation that we worked on yesterday, where big old Joey dove in. So we can have the tadpole do that too, or we can have the egg. Okay, egg it is. Wise choice, everyone. Wise choice. Yeah, I appreciate your help in deciding that. We're gonna go make an egg for Joey to pop open. So interactive egg hatching. Yeah, so you tap on it and it pops open. Fuck, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. Also, there's no tadpoles don't grow from eggs, but we're all cool with that, right? We all accept that's a thing and we're okay with it. So moving right along. Yeah. So let's go make an egg. They do now. Yep. Yeah. I love it. Cool. I'm really mentally diverse, and it helps more than just keeping on task daily. Yeah, that's cool to hear. Yeah, I actually use Tashery for content planning, for project management, for day-to-day task management, and then also now that I have sharing, where I'm starting to use it with my wife on like shared tasks that we have to do together. And so yeah, really Tashery is becoming like so much more than a to-do list app. So yeah. Can Joey do tricks? Let me see if Joey can do tricks. Let me just think about this for a moment. Wait, can Joey do tricks, or can Joey do tricks? Right? Yeah, Joey can do tricks. So Joey can do a little flipperoo. Yeah. Important, very important that we did this. So there's Joey in a bowler hat. There's Joey in a bowler hat and a bow tie doing a flip. So Joey do be flipping. Yep. Yeah, let's just really quickly do Joey in a mullet doing a flip. Yep. Joey in a mullet doing a flip. Right now, Joey cannot jump out of the water, but I think that. So it's one of those things that it's going to be like difficult to code and difficult to animate. So I think we're going to table stuff like that. I do think that it's important to dive into that eventually. So trust me that I'm not just disregarding it. It's just like it's going to be too much to manage right now, I think. So yeah. Woo-hoo. Okay, we got to group these up. Here we go. Tadpole Joey. All right, the egg should definitely be way smaller than this. Not that small. This feels about right. It's still too big though. Yeah. Okay, we'll do 80%. Yeah, all of Joey can fit inside of that. What language do we code in? So for me personally, I only code in. So I develop in React. However, our team they build in Flutter. So they use Dart. So React I build in JavaScript. Flutter uses Dart. And so far it's been like it was a really cool transition for me because. When all the reason why you all are even watching this right now is because when the pandemic hit last year, I was I was lucky enough to get to be getting a lot of client work, and so when it hit, I was like shit, I'm so busy that I gotta I need some help, and so I was turning work down, and so basically, I came to my brother and I was like, "Yo, can you help me, do this as a real business, because I was just freelancing at the time." And so, that grew into Rad Collab, the agency. Then we started on TikTok trying to get clients, and then that ended up where now we're building our own projects. We're still doing client work, but anyways, while we were building Tashery, I had to let go because the developers that we were having come to us were only in Flutter, or they were Flutter devs, right? And so it was such an eye-opening moment for me as a manager because I had brought on 2 designers, but at the time I still didn't want to get into development because just development's too tough to do from a client perspective unless you have really good devs. We now have really good devs, but that's something that we couldn't have counted on at the time. And so, but anyways, we were doing it, and Jesus, man. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, so we were doing that, and then we found two Flutter devs like pretty much right around the same time, and like I didn't know anything about Dart. I didn't know anything about Flutter, and so I had to completely let go of everything around development, and it was so cool because I realized right then that I was like, holy shit, like. It's all about me letting go as a manager. Like that's what I got to do right now. And so yeah, so then that helped me in design and development, both like let go of both sides. And now we've got this like really like solid team that like the pinwheel is flying. I don't know if you're familiar with Good to Great, but if you are, the pinwheel for me, I feel like every day it's moving faster, where I don't have to hit it so much and. It's just it's cool. It's just been really cool. So I appreciate y'all hanging with me and doing this with me. So let it go. What are we doing? Are we singing Frozen right now? Is that what we're doing? I'm very familiar with that tune, guys. I have two young daughters, so they should have an R for Rad Collab. You click to hatch. That's cool. Yeah, the tail. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix the tail. Yeah, let's go fix the tail right now. Actually, the egg should be white though, right? Do we all do agree on that, right? So let's see. Okay. So let's see. So I want to put these points. Rotation point. Rotation point. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna drag all those points over to like 1 second, right? And then, so we're gonna rotate this. And I'm thinking that like the tail's kind of like really curled up, even. You know. We should make it a green egg. Are we all going? So I'm gonna go with the community. Whatever you think we should do, but are we really sold on a green egg? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, so embryo Joey should kind of be just like curled up towards the bottom of the egg. Here's the egg. Rainbow egg. Okay. Rainbow egg. Yeah, that would actually be really cool. Maybe like there's like a rainbow like aura coming out as the egg pops. Not pure white like that, maybe more towards cream. Yeah, the white egg is honestly probably like the easiest to animate to, and like, but yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to stop going my heart a little bit here. We got to make it manageable. I do love the idea of the rainbow egg. Let's just make a solid egg popping animation though. Yeah. all right, there you go. I did it. I have a tough time saying no to this community, so we're going with white, okay? We're going with white. It's decided. The fill should not be animated. Cool. Okay. All right. So let's rock the egg a little bit. I'm gonna like kind of rock the top a little bit. Kind of like pulse it, like boom, and then it's gonna like pop. That's one thing. And obviously since it's in water, it's kind of gonna like pop and then like float like that. You know what I mean? That's one thing, like that. So what programs and language are you using? So we are so Figma is design. So that's where we've been so far. More recently, we've been animating inside of Rive, which basically it's like a new animation software that allows for really easy to connect like data. Like we can send animations data, and it'll play specific variances of those animations. Super cool. So and then we're gonna do Flutter for our front end and AWS for our back end. So there's our stack, front to back. You know. Cool. Okay, so the egg should be sitting here. So the egg itself needs to rotate as like it punches, you know. So let's see. Then we gotta go +10. Then we're gonna make them really short, where it's like kind of like pump. That's way too much. Yeah, this should only be like 5. And also it's need to be really shorter. It's too much of a wiggle, right? Yeah, one less wiggle I think would do it. So just a heads up, I've never animated professionally. I have played a lot with animation though, and yeah, so it's so like, you know, for me right now, it's like it's a lot on like feeling of like, yeah, no, it doesn't feel right. So if you're an animator, you might be like, yo, this dude's bumming it, and maybe I am, but yeah. I'm new to all this still, so yeah, here we go. Okay, here it is. Yeah. That's it. That's the rattle. That looks so good, right? Okay. Is it too aggressive of a pump? What do we think? Yes, okay, cool. It gives him, yeah, that was what I was hoping for, is that it would feel like Pokemon-like. Cool. Alright, so then it's going to kind of like pump that again now, after a little while. But then also during that pump, the top is gonna start to crack a little bit. So, so now we gotta go to the top half of the egg top. All right. Okay. Rotate. Ooh, it's looking good. Ah, gosh, it's looking good. You can start to see the crack, right? I might even like sit it there for a sec. You know? Yeah, this is feeling right. Yeah, I'm gonna like, this has gotta be like so thought about, so. You see, it's like cracking, you know? Oh. It's so good. Sorry, I just got a little excited. I don't know why I'm sorry either, because I'm sure you're fucking excited too right now. Wait, oh shit, why am I moving the tadpole? There you go. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, again, I'm getting the hang of all this, right? Oh, God. Yo, I'm gonna flip when I see this in real life. You know, like on the app, you know what I mean? Okay. So then it's gonna sit another second. And then it's gonna pop. All right. So now here's the pop. So during this second wiggle or the third wiggle, it's gonna like legit pop. So sound effect while doing that. Yes, you're right. So what do you think we should do for like Foley background? Because it would be really cool if we like make all of our own sound effects too. So maybe I go get like some plastic paper or something right now, like plastic wrap, or it's kind of like right? They call that Foley, right? Foley noise or Foley background. They too are trying to tell Ride Club to cover the ears on the chef hat, Joey. Okay, let's do it. Yo, you are absolutely right. I'm sorry for missing that yesterday. Duh, fucking duh, dude. That looks so much better. I really appreciate you following up with me on that. Yeah, that looks way better. So, cool. Okay, so then we're gonna do some rotate on the brote here. Okay, and then here's where it's gonna aggressively pop right here. So it's gonna like fly off. Woo! Woo! It's gonna also rotate pretty solidly. And then it's gonna float away. Maybe that's too aggressive. I think we need to go that far, but it needs to be a little slower. I think also let's cubic it. Cubic the animation. We're gonna also do a little bit more of like a really slow drag. Let's see. Ooh, that's feeling right. Ah, gosh. So then here, it's just gonna spend the rest of like the few seconds, like kind of falling down again. It's too slow, right? Here you go, let's see, watch this. Whoa, that was way too much. It's too jumpy, right? Yeah, it's way too jumpy. We need to linear it. Let's see. I'm like trying to think of like what doesn't feel right. Yeah, the fish should definitely peek. Don't worry, the tadpole's coming out. Yeah, let's actually go animate that really quick. So right about here, the tadpole needs to like pop really, really solidly. Is that too aggressive? Yeah, that's way too aggressive. Alright, gonna cubic that beast. Let's see. Alright. So then it just needs to like kind of like continue to flow out. I think that we need to like have it like start kicking the tail too. We'll like have it like rotate and everything. Like we'll have the tail like fluttering. Oh, it's feeling so good. Alright, we need to flutter that tail. We need to flick that tail back and forth now. And I think I might actually save the rotation of the tail for a little while. Like maybe like we'll let you see it for a second that it was like curled up. Yeah, good idea on the bubbles. I'll add that in just a sec. So I'm gonna have it like kind of like coming to life almost, where it like sits there. Like it kind of like floats along. So I'm just gonna have it, yeah, I might even have this go a little bit slower, where it kind of like eases in and then it sits for just a sec. Maybe it kind of like goes backwards a little bit. You know, like kind of like floats for a second, thinks about what it wants to do next. Alright, that was too fast. Still too aggressive. Yeah, then it's gonna wiggle away now. Perfect, okay. Now it'll wiggle away. So the tail, we need to bring that rotation of the tail right there. Okay, okay. So this rotation, we need to move it. Cool. All right, all right. I need to increase the length of this. Cool. All right, so now our Joey's gonna fly off or swim off into the sunset. Maybe. A little too quick. I think we need to make the... It's like too bent right now, right? There you go. There you go. What is happening? I'm trying to like flutter the tail, but it's too much. Oh, okay. I see. $45, $18, $45. The little tail is like kicking so hard, but it's barely moving. You know? Plus for me, I need an animated character to have eyes. Okay. No. This is not just a tadpole, okay? This is our first Joey, right? Like, yeah, that emotional connection needs to be there. So, absolutely agree. Let's make it happen on the eyes. I think it's one of those things I wanted to do on this one, but I forgot to add the eyes, honestly, in the tadpole. So maybe we start it just a little bit earlier. All right, cool. So in this little gap, I think that's where we'll have the eyes open. You know, like where it's kind of just like sitting there, thinking about what to do next. I think that's where we add the eyes opening up. So in our designs on the Joey, we did add an eye. Yeah, here it is. So this is a wholly tadpole Joey. Yeah, let's see. Okay, so it's 8 pixels wide is what it's gonna be. So where's that? Drive. Okay, I had the egg. So inside of the body is where we're gonna put it. Yeah, you know, I think like the bigger the eye in comparison to the size, the cuter it is, right? Like this looks a lot cuter than I thought it was gonna look, honestly. So thoughts? No, this is not Figma. This Figma is only where we designed it. But yeah, this is called Rive. It's a little too big though, right? Yeah, it's just a little too big. I think like that's really good. Big eyes and let me love you and take care of you. How are we liking this one? I like this level of eyes, right? Rive is, I think it's free, but in order to like actually like put it to the like to production, I think you have to pay for it. So we're paying for it now, kind of thing. So when the eye, okay, so the eye being see-through is terrifying. Okay, so then what color should we make it? Should we make it like a black eye? That's even more terrifying. How about a white eye? White eye is good. The eye is pure nothingness. I think white eye is perfect. So here is where we're gonna first animate our eye. So With a black pupil? Okay. We can get into that. The only thing is on the full-size Joeys, we don't have the pupil. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking is once we add the pupil, we have to make it blink, which is going to be like, I don't know. We need it to blink. Yeah. Well, so that let's go back to full-size Joey. This like it's so small the eye is, you know? Like this is like a full-size version. Yeah, you're right. It has a face to connect with. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Does it look a little too cartoony, though? Yeah, and also when it's this zoomed out, you really don't see it much. Let's leave the pupil in for now. I'm gonna Joey's will be so small anyway, you might not even notice the pupil. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Maybe we have like the googly eye Joey. It might help though, where like this little animation part, we have the Joey's eye like looking around. You know what I mean? So let's just see. Let's see how it feels, and then we'll roll it back if we want. If it doesn't feel right. Tiny blink. Yes, we're about to do the blink. So up till this point, I'm saying like right on now is where the Joey's eye will first blink. So up till then, the eyes close. Here it is. Here it goes. I'm gonna do another blink. Maybe we bring these blinks closer, and then we'll start splitting them up as it goes. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see how it feels. Here it goes. The blinking are way too fast, right? All right, let's go. Let's see it. Ooh. The first blink should be slower? Okay. Like really like slowly opening up, you're saying? Hi! Yeah, blinks do seem a little fast. Okay. Slower blinks, okay. Was that a good speed? Let's go again. What do you think about that speed? I'll zoom in a little bit so y'all can see better. That feels good. And then we'll leave it a little bit long. We'll leave it way longer, actually. That feels good. What do you think? What are we thinking? I think it doesn't need that last blink. Ooh, this is so cool. The first awaken blink. Okay. Like you're saying, like slower on the eye open. Let's try it. That's cool. It's a little too slow. I think this is gonna be perfect. All right. So I'm realizing that when this shell lands, it should land and then still fall a little bit further. Because it's kind of like down the mountain a little bit, you know? Needs to go way further to the left, and also it's got to be slower. Yeah. This is so cool. Yeah, we do need to add bubbles. Okay, cool. How should the bubbles be, by the way? Should they be like little white balls that kind of float away? So the reason why the tank is filled, so we're gonna kind of like, you know, assuming that you might download this app not being a part of these lives, that's what we're doing here. So we're gonna start here where it's like, you know, like this is what we're animating right now. And so it's gonna say, you know, I'm your first Joey, let's go. And then it's gonna like pop the egg, and then it's like, there I am, I'm Adolpharoo. And then it's gonna have the water empty, and the tadpole is gonna go back towards the valley, and then it's gonna be like, you know, as you spend your weekly budget, the water in my bowl goes away. As long as you keep me alive, I'll grow, and then it's gonna go boom, 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 and like the Joey's gonna get up to like full size kind of thing. So so we've done the first step of all of that is this little awakening animation. So hi, this is my son. I take care of him. Yeah. Showing your friends like, yeah, look at this little Joey. I take care of them. Yes. I think that we should have the Joey tail stop wiggling and then kind of like zoom, like not zoom, but just like drift off, you know. So I'm gonna put a keyframe right there. I'm gonna move these two to the edge where it was and have it float out like that. Oh, that was too far. Here we are. Let's see. Dang, it like speeds up. There we go. All right, let's see. Too much rotation at once. Doesn't look natural. Here you go. I think it needs to go a little bit further. Blue bubbles, white outlines. Okay. Let's give it a go. I think that's probably the best bet. Sorry. Got like super zoned in on this thing here. That looks good. Okay. Look up what animated water bubbles look like. Yeah, good call. YouTube. Animated water bubbles. Come on, YouTube. Okay, so this one they just do white bubbles, it looks like. You know? I like that. You see kind of like... That looks good. Okay, so it kind of starts really faded out, goes open, and then gets bigger the whole time, but then also fades back out. So let's do that here. So it's gonna happen like right here at this moment, I think. Am I using a potato printer? No. The thing is I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm playing music. And this Rive also requires an internet to do all of this. So I think it's just like, oh, and I'm on Figma, which also requires internet. So I think it's just I'm tapping my potato internet out, I guess. So, okay. Bubble animation is what we're looking at doing right now. So, yeah. So let's see. Is this a good grouping of bubbles? I'm thinking like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maybe we do 10. Do I take YouTube suggestions? I do, but I'm just like not. I'm still not good at streaming. Like I'm still like getting better at it. So okay, yeah. So yeah, I'll start monitoring comments over there now. If you want to drop them in the YouTube side, I'll monitor. Okay, so here we go. This feels good, that size of bubble. We're gonna do it white, but I think we'll do it like a little bit opaque. At like 90. There you go. Alright. So let's just see the format, how they do it. So they have this big bubble kind of sitting around there. Maybe not even that far. You know what? I think how we should do it is we should start them all down at the bottom, and I'm gonna have to animate each one individually. So I'm just gonna go after it right now. We're gonna do it behind the egg. And behind but on top of the tadpole, yeah. Joey's. Don't worry about Joey falling out of the egg. It doesn't happen in the animation, so you see we're covered. So, okay. So we're gonna have to animate and scale it, and we're animating the opacity too. Cool. Okay. Bubble 1. Bubble 2. Let's start with 5 bubbles and see how that feels. Okay. Alright. Hey, I came back. What did you lose? Right now, we're working on the egg animation still, and Joey floats away at the end. And so, what we're about to do is we're going to add some bubbles that, like, when it cracks, there's going to be a little bit of bubbles like floating away behind the scenes right there. So, yeah. So let's dig in. Gonna happen right here. The bubbles should already be kind of popping up by now. So yeah, here, I think like right about here is when we'll first see the bubbles. So okay, we'll kind of have them fly away. That went way too fast. I'm animating all of them at once, then I'm going to kind of stagger the animations out. Should probably go even slower than Joey does. Or sorry, Toey. I think even slower. That's too slow. Okay. So here we're gonna have it fully faded out to like 10% opacity. Then it's gonna hit right about here. It'll hit that 90% mark before fading back out to 0. Yeah, that feels good. It feels like a bubble. Thoughts? It's a little slow, right? Just want to say thanks for doing this. It's such a cool idea, and it's gonna help loads of people. Yeah, I'm happy to do it, and like I'm having honestly a lot of fun doing this, and yeah, I can't wait to get it out. So, thanks for saying that, and yeah, we're building something super cool here, you know. So, yeah, you know, it'd be cool if they kind of zigzag a little bit, right? You know. The bubbles don't just go in a straight line. Especially since it's like kind of wrapping around Joey. You know, it's kind of weird that it's like perfectly timed to Joey. I think I'm going to go back to the slow motion that I had earlier. And then when we stagger it, it's going to be okay. Yeah. Maybe this is too aggressive of a movement. Some are going to go faster. Some will go slower. Cool. Now we're going to stagger them. Let's see. Moment of truth is coming. All right, here we go. It's so slow, right? Also, they fade out too quickly. Damn. Okay, cool. So first off, we need to make them way faster. These bubbles are moving, you know what I mean? Then the last line, we're gonna make them go way higher. Like, way higher. I think like all the way up there. Okay. Whoop. here we go. Let's see. Thoughts? What was your original thinking? Why don't you start with the egg cracked because it leaks air? Okay. More opacity too. Okay. Shouldn't be as white as the egg. Okay. How do we feel about like a 60% opacity? Does that look okay? Okay, so it bubbles from here. I think, yeah, bubble there. And then more bubbles at the end. Okay, cool, that's good. Okay. I want to stagger them out. You know what, I think I'm gonna like make these like way different on the X scale. Just to like have it feel a little more from all over the place. Alright, here we go. Let's see. That's super nice. Should it go even higher? Okay, so actually it should only happen on the crack then. That's what you're saying. Okay. All right, let's see how that feels. Yeah, that feels a lot better. Okay. Okay, so we need to clean it up a little bit then. We need to move them over and up the whole way. Really escapes from right there, that moment. Okay, that's a good spot. This is too far over. That's good. And should it kind of go out that way? The bubble should go higher? Okay, cool. Yeah, what do you think about them going out to the side? Oh geez, they kind of like loop to the right actually. Look at that. Here you go. I'm gonna make it easy on myself and just remove all of these secondary points. No, it's all good. You know, whatever's going to be the best is the best. So, haven't been here in a while. What's up, John Cena's butt? How you doing? I love people on TikTok's usernames. It's like hilarious. Yeah. Does that look good? What do you think, everybody? I can stagger it more too. Here you go, let's see. Oh, that feels good. Is it too fast though? Yeah, it does need more, you're right. I think it's too fast though, right? I'm gonna say it's too fast. Yeah, if you zoom out. Yeah, let's see what it looks zoomed out. It feels good. It feels really good zoomed out. I think you're right. We need more bubbles. Few fast, few slow. Okay, that's cool. That great idea. Look at that. That looks awesome. Yeah, we need like double the bubbles though. Double the bubbles. We only have 5 bubbles. Let's make it 10 bubbles. All right. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Here we go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's make this one a little faster. Let's make this one a little slower. Faster. Slower. Slower. Faster. Stagger it. Stagger it. We're going to keep staggering. Okay, here we go. We're going to finalize the stagger. Alright, let's see everybody. 10 bubbles. Oh, that's so good. I know, right? The most complicated is the air bubbles, but it's worth it. It feels right though, right? Higher disappearing, okay. Yeah, you know, maybe what we can do. It feels good. I think we're just poking it because we're looking at it so hard right now. I feel like it's really good. Yeah, but you're right though. I was feeling that too. So I'm gonna keep poking it. I just said I was done poking it, but let's continue to poke it. You see, the problem is like when they go higher, or if I just move them higher, then everything moves faster. So I'm just gonna line all of them up again really quick. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna like maybe we add an extra date, extra keyframe. Poke it. It's these little things that are gonna make it worth it, right? You know, like make it like feel like this is like it's such a nice, you know, it's alive, but not, you know, like it's not alive, but every little bit to be, you know, like wow, there was some time spent on these animations, and all of you know that there was legit time spent. Okay. So yeah, you know what I think it is the last one needs to go higher and just go really like a lot longer. Like I'll move this keyframe further out. Like way further out, like all the way over here. Then we're gonna move it way up, like all the way up here, kind of thing. Thoughts? Does it need to go further or shorter? Like, I haven't even gotten to the staggering part yet, so let's stagger it just to show you all what the stagger feels like. All the way to the top of the bowl, you think? Okay. Hey, you know, I appreciate the feedback, so don't even stress. If we're going that far up, we need to make it really long, though. You know, we should pop it a little quicker. This is good. This feels nice. I like the feeling of it. We're gonna, now that we stagger it out, it's gonna feel a lot better. So let's get to staggering. This one's a little shorter, a little longer, a little shorter, a little longer, way shorter. Then we're gonna stagger each of these individually. It's the little things, you know? All right, here it is. Final bubbles. Oh shit, they all kind of like go straight up. Dang it! We need to have them going different directions to feel right. Ah! Sorry. You all just... I hope you were as scared as I was when I did that. Jeez. Sorry, everybody. Camera went flying, am I right? I am high pressure boil operator / water treatment. Yeah. This it's working though, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna feel nice. So every little bit helps. So okay. Here we go. Staggering. We're staggering. Staggering is always the last step, you know? Okay, here we go. Oh god, that looks so good. Jeez. Did you all see that? Yeah. I hope that you appreciate these water bubbles, because I sure do. Ah, it's so good. You see, it's worth spending that time, because fuck, that looks so cool. The Joey comes out, they blink, they kind of float off into the distance. Yeah. All right. Thanks for the help, Crazy Picker. You crushed it. I was just your conduit, you know. Okay, everybody. Well, they just didn't become bigger. Should it become bigger, you think? No. Should they become big? Fuck. Should they become bigger? No. We're happy with this. Everybody's happy with this. Okay. So we got one animation done today. I gotta hit it. So have a good one, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm hoping to be again at 11 p.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern. Okay. So have a good one, everybody. See you later.